Hello and welcome back to the channel. Really glad to have you here. In today's video we are going to talk about tea, the medicinal uses of tea. And no, we are not talking about herbal tea this time. We are talking about the 3 most common types of tea and how you can, starting from today, use them medicinally, use them to improve your health, use them in a compress, an infusion, a wash, in order to help specific symptoms that you might be suffering from. So this is a bit of a interesting video because tea is a plant in itself, and there are so many different uses that you probably haven't heard of, so I highly advise you to stay tuned. I've got a presentation prepared for you here today. So let's talk a little bit about the history of tea. Well, tea was known in China, and it's become such a familiar drink that we all are using and are familiar with. And the Chinese have been drinking tea around the 3000 BC, and they regard it as a really good stimulant, also really good astringent, especially when it comes to clearing the phlegm, and also that it's been used as a digestive remedy for so many different things that we will discuss in this video. Apart from that, we are going to cover the 3 types of tea. They are green tea, black tea, and oolong tea, and we will discuss the ways you can use each one of these medicinally in terms of helping with everything from cholesterol levels to diarrhea to things such as insect bites as well, and sunburn. So stay tuned. We're also going to end the video by talking about some caution points and some warnings when it comes to using these 3 types of teas that I want you to be aware of, who should refrain from using these herbal remedies, and a couple of important points that we will conclude the video with. So the medicinal properties of tea is that it is a bittersweet drying herb. It also is cooling as well. So that's when it comes to the green and oolong tea. How about the black tea? Well, the black tea is bitter, as you know, it is drying, and it's very warming as well. So with the green and oolong tea, they are both have the similar properties of they are very cooling for the body, and the black tea on the opposite is very warming to the body. And tea in general is, of course, as you know, there is caffeine in it, a large quantity, and it also contains alkaloids, it contains tannins, and it contains other types of volatile oils and fluoride as well. So in general, let's have a look at the 3 types of tea in general. What do they have that's similar to them? Well, the 3 types of tea, green tea, oolong, and black tea, are stimulant to the digestive system. They're also astringent as well. They're very drying, and they're filled with antioxidants, and they have antibacterial properties, and they are also being used as a diuretic as well, and they help to improve the blood cholesterol levels. And this is specifically when it comes to the black tea, when it comes to the oolong tea. How about the green tea? Well, green tea is known for its anti-tumor properties that have been reported through the studies. So really important. I would focus on green tea the most out of these 3 types of teas. But of course, as you will know by the end of this video, each tea has its own specific medicinal uses that you want to take advantage of today. So let's have a look at each one. First of all, let's have a look at the main tea leaf, and it's basically a young fresh leaf that can be used for so many different things, and the Chinese use it for pan frying, and it can also be rolled and dried to make green tea as well. And the fresh leaves are wilted in sunlight, and they are fermented for oolong tea. In order to prepare oolong tea, the tea leaves are fermented, and for green tea, they are pan fried, and they are rolled and dried to make the green tea. So for black tea, it's fully fermented, and there is a different process that you need to go through, which of course I'm not going to get into because we are talking about the medicinal benefits right now. Apart from that, green tea is rich in fluoride. Green tea has been known through many different studies in its ability to reduce the risk of tooth decay, and it's been useful for insect bites. It's also been useful to stem bleeding, and the tea has been shown scientifically and in many different studies also to help to get rid of stomach and skin cancers. And I will link all the main studies in the description box below the video if you want to read about that even more. And green tea, as you know, with all the hype around the green tea nowadays, it's also known to boost the immune system and also be known as a gentle detox for the body. So it aids in boosting the metabolism and boosting the immune system at the same time. Apart from that, let's head along to the main medicinal uses of green tea. So what can we use green tea today that will help in reducing the symptoms that we will talk about? First of all, you could start off simply by making a green tea infusion, just like we see here, a simple tea warm drink you drink after the meals to help you against tooth decay, to help you in losing weight, to help boosting your metabolism, and to help boosting the anti-inflammatory antioxidant components in your body. Another thing you can use green tea is as a poultice. So you can simply place damp green tea leaves. If you have access to the leaves, you can place it on insect bites, and you can also use it to reduce the itching and inflammation associated with insect bites. Now, what are the chances that we would have fresh damp green tea? Unfortunately, it's not quite common, but you can also use this remedy for a deconcussion of green tea. So boil some green tea, make it into a concentrated form, so use double the amount that you would use for an infusion, and then place a cotton pad, take a cotton pad, dip it into the warm green tea and use it for insect bites, use it in terms of itching and inflammation of the skin. Another thing you can use green tea is as a compress. So this is quite similar to the one that we've talked about in the poultice form. Is simply using a cotton pad and soak it into a weak green tea. So for the poultice part, if you don't have access to the green tea leaves, you can simply make a concentrated form of green tea, use it a cotton pad, and place it on the insect bites. When it comes to the compress, you can use the pad soaked in a weak form of green tea, and you can use it as an emergency first aid treatment to ease bleeding when it comes to cuts and graces. So this is one of the really interesting things that you can use green tea for. So we've finished with green tea. Now let's head over to the wonderful benefits of oolong tea, which not many people know about. So when it comes to oolong tea, there are different types, and these are specifically known to help in reducing the cholesterol levels in the body, specifically when it comes after a fatty meal. So if you're concerned about your cholesterol levels after a fatty meal, simply drink warm oolong tea, unsweetened, to help in your cholesterol levels. So it's usually being used specifically in Japan, and there have been studies made in Japan, and these studies have proven that oolong tea has the ability to reduce high blood pressure and also limit the risk of arterial disease as well. So really interesting here. About the uses of the oolong tea, we only have here to talk about that you can use it as a infusion, so as a tea in itself, because it's a powerful type of tea. So you don't need to use it for the compress or the pull. Simply make an infusion out of it. You drink after the fatty meals in order to help with cholesterol levels, in order to prevent from arterial disease, as well as helping to stimulate the digestive system and aid in that as well. Another thing is, the last of all, is the black tea, which is widely known. We all have used black tea, and it's drunk, of course, consumed mainly in Europe, in India, and in North America. And what it is rich in, it is great source of tannins, and it is highly astringent. As you know, it's highly warming and highly dry. So when it comes to the black tea, what it can be used for, it is highly astringent. So it's particularly good remedy for diarrhea. And how can you use black tea? Well, there are three main ways. First of all, you can use it as an infusion, and you can make a strong infusion of the ordinary tea that you normally use, and that is simply by making a strong concentrated form. So using 2 teaspoons per cup of boiling water, without any milk, without any sugar. You can use it for diarrhea. You can use it for also for hangovers, which it has been used for hangovers in traditional Cantonese holistic medicine. black tea as a strong infusion has been used for hangovers, so that's something that you can try as well when it comes to that. Another thing is you can use it as a poultice. You can use black tea. Simply use the tea bags on tired eyes to help soothe them as a poultice, and also you can use the damp tea leaves in order to soothe insect bites as well. So you can use black tea as a weak infusion for to be used as a cooling wash for sunburn. So when it comes to using a black tea poultice, you use the warm tea for tired eyes. Use them also for dark eye circles, and also you have to be consistent with that. You can't just use it one time and say it didn't work. You have to be quite consistent and do it every day in order to see results. And then for the wash, you can simply use it for sunburn as a cooling wash. So coming to the warnings when it comes to the tea in general. First of all, anyone suffering from irregular heartbeat, any pregnant women, any mothers that are nursing should limit their intake to all types of teas, all 3 types of teas. Limit the intake in general because it can cause an increased heart rate. It can cause other problems as well. So I'd say around the 1 or 2 cups per day maximum, because it does contain high levels of caffeine unless you take the decaffeinated one, and this is mainly because of the alkaloids can increase heart rate and it can cause other problems. Apart from that, people who have problems with the stomach ulcers, they should avoid excessive consumption of all 3 types of teas. This is because the bitter taste can stimulate the gastric acid production, and that's not something that they want. So we've come towards the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like, share and subscribe. I will place all the important information in the summary form in the in the description box below this video. You can refer to that. I will also place the post for this associated with this video, so you can refer to that and read the studies on the tea that I referred to in this video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know in the comment section if you are interested in videos like these, and I will be happy to do more videos on them. Take care and have a great day. Bye bye.